Hello students, welcome to my YouTube channel Beat Oxygen Academy. So, GTU has declared MCQ mock test which will be conducted tomorrow, that is 23rd of May 2020 for diploma and degree students. I have already uploaded video series so that you can prepare for MCQ mock test. This video series are for the subject of computer, IT and CSE branch. So, before starting this video, I would request that subscribe to my channel for GTU related news as well as for learning the subjects of CE, IT, CSE and ICT stream. So, let's get started. So, your first question is, what are the types of requirement? Availability, reliability, usability or all? So, availability, reliability and usability, these all are the types of requirements. So, the answer is D, all of the mentioned. Your next question is, select the developer specific requirement or requirement that developer needs. Portability, maintainability, availability or both portability and maintainability. So developer will need or have a requirement for portability and maintainability. So answer is D. Your next question is, which of the following is not a step of requirement engineering? So when we do requirement analysis or engineering, we need allocation, analysis, documentation, but we do not include design in this, so the answer is B, design. Your next question is, FAST or FAST stands for Functional Application Specification Technique, Fast Application Specification Technique, Facilitated Application Specification Technique, or D, none of the mentioned. So the full form is C, Facilitated Application Specification Technique. Your next question is, a use case actor is always a person having a role that is different people may play. True or false? In a use case, the actor can be a person as well as some module or process that interacts with other use case or person. So the answer is false. It is not always a person. It can be some other requirement or functionality as well. Your next question is, the user system requirements are part of which documents? Requirements that can be stated by user for system are part of SRS. So the answer is B. Your next question is, which of the most important stakeholder from the following? Entry level personnel, middle level stakeholder, managers or users? Any software is not important or will not work if there are no users. So most important stakeholder is user of the software. Your next question is, which of the following is a functional requirement? Maintainability, portability, robustness or none of the mentioned. So if we talk about functional and non-functional requirement, functional requirement states that the requirement which the system has to do, and these all are non-functional requirement because it does not say what system does. So the answer is D, none of the mentioned. Your next question is, which of the following is fits in developer's module? Availability, testability, usability or flexibility. So if we talk about developer module or developer, it has to be have testability. So answer is B. Your next question is, consider a system where a heat center detects an intrusion and alerts the security company. What kind of a requirement the system is having? Functional, non-functional, known requirement or none of them mentioned. So as I have discussed in previous questions, if a statement or a requirement say that what system does, it will be functional requirement. Now your next question is, choose the incorrect statement with respect to non-functional requirements. So we have to select incorrect or wrong statement. Okay. Questions answer are, product oriented approach which focuses on system or software quality, process oriented approach which focuses on how non-functional requirements can be used in design process, quantitative approach where we find measurable scales for functionality attributes, or qualitative approach where we do study various relationship between quality goals. So obviously we will focus on product, process and quality but not on quantity. So the answer is C. Your next question is, which of the following is not a diagram studied in requirement analysis? So when we do requirement analysis, we study use case, ER and state transition diagram, while activity diagram will be studied after the system is developed and is for what or which activities are there in a system and how they interact with each other. So it will be done after development and it will not be included in requirement analysis. So your next question is, how many feasibility studies is conducted in requirement analysis? 2, 3, 4 or none of them mentioned. So when we do requirement analysis, we will check if it is legal to make this kind of software or product, if it can be done within a given budget and is economical or not, and if it can be done using the current technologies available. So economical, technical and legal. These are the three feasibility studies we will be doing in requirement analysis. Hence the answer is 3. Your next question is, how many phases are there in requirement analysis? 3, 4, 5 or 6. So first of all, we will identify or recognize the problem. Then we will evaluate them. Then the problem or functionalities will be modeled, will be tested and will be specified. So these are the 5 phases of requirement analysis. Your next question is, requirement analysis is critical to success of development project. True, false, depends upon the size or not. Irrespective of any size or type of project, if requirement analysis is done properly, then and only then the software product or project will be successful. So the answer is true. Your next question is, which of the following property does not correspond to a good SRS? So over here we will to find the bad SRS property and the answer is ambiguous. Ambiguity is not allowed or is not a good property of SRS. Your next question is, which of the following property of SRS is depicted by the statement, conformity to a standard is maintained? So if SRS is complete, then and only then this property can be depicted. Your next question is, SRS is said to be consistent if and only if A, its structure and style are such that any requirement changes can be made easily with retaining the style and structure. B, every requirement stated therein is one that the software shall meet. C, every requirement stated therein is verifiable, or no subset of individual requirement described in it conflict with each other. So if there are no conflicts and ambiguities, then and only then SRS is said to be consistent. So the answer is D. Your next question is, which of the following statements about SRS is or are true? 1. SRS is written by customer. 2. SRS is written by developer. 3. SRS serves as a contract between customer and developer. So the answer is C. All are true. It can be written by customer and developer, as well as it serves as a contract between customer and developer. Your next question is, SRS is also known as which specification? Black box, white box, gray box or none? So in SRS, we will be saying what system should do rather than how it will be done. So it is known as black box. Your next question is, which of the following is included in SRS? Cost, design constraint, staffing, delivery, schedule. So we will include design constraint in SRS. The next question is, which of the following is not included in SRS? Performance, functionality, design solution and external interfaces. So as I said, SRS is a black box. We will say what is to be done and we will not include how it will be done. So design solutions are not included. Your next question is, we will have to arrange the given options as per IEEE SRS standard. Options are general description, introduction, appendices and specific requirement. So if we make SRS according to IEEE standard, first of all we will give some introduction, then general description of software product will be there, then we will give the specific requirements and at last we will include the appendices. So the answer is C. Your next question is, consider the following statement. The product should have a good human interface. What characteristic of SRS is being depicted over here? Consistent, non-verifiable, correct, or ambiguous? So the statement or characteristic over here is said it must have a good human interface. But this human interface or user interface varies from person to person. So for whom or which person that will be good human interface cannot be verified. So the answer is non-verifiable. Your next question is, which of the following uses empirically derived formulas to predict the effort? So over here we want to predict the effort. So the answer is FP based estimation and COCOMO, because they both predict or calculate the efforts. Your next question is, what is the full form of COCOMO? So obviously the answer is constructive cost model. So your next question is, which of the following is not a size measure for software product? LOC, program length, function point or function count, cyclomatic complexity. So apart from cyclomatic complexity, everything is available for size measure. So the answer is D. Your next question is, COCOMO was developed initially by B. Weiser, Rajiv Gupta, B. W. Boehm or Greg Rothermel. The answer is C. B. W. Boehm. Your next question is, which of the following statements explain portability in non-functional requirement? A degree to which software running on one platform can easily be converted to run on another platform, cannot be enhanced by using languages, OS and tools that are universally available and standardized, ability of the system to behave consistently in user acceptable manner when operating within the environment for which system was intended, or none of the above. So if we talk about portability, it should be easily converted from running on one platform to another platform. So the answer is A. And one extra question or bonus question, estimation of size for a project is dependent on cost, time, schedule or none of the above. So the answer is none of the above. It depends upon LOC and function points. So thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you like this video. Tell me your score in the comment section. Let's see who has got the highest mark. MCQ mock test is in near future. So please watch, like and share this video with all the students of diploma and degree studying in computer IT branch. Subscribe to my YouTube channel Beat Oxygen Academy. If you have not yet subscribed, click the bell icon for regular updates. You can also follow us on Instagram and Facebook. In case of any query or inquiry, you can also write us an email. The email is in the description box. I am Nilesh Waghela from Beat Oxygen Academy. Keep programming, keep learning, keep breathing. Thank you.